Hi everyone, and welcome to Cynthia's Pandemic Kitchen. A lot has happened since my last episode, and I was thinking about calling this one A Little Sweetness for Sour Times, but I've actually changed my mind because I don't think these times are sour. In fact, I think it's really great that police brutality and police corruption are being met with a lot of resistance out on the streets. So, let me make it really clear. In this space, Black Lives Matter. I am also for defunding the police departments and diverting those funds into improving Black and Brown communities. I am also for removing Black and Brown people and their children from cages and enforcing their human and legal right to seek asylum in this country. And finally, it's June, people! And I am going to celebrate all my LGBTQIA sisters and brothers with pride. And that was another movement that was created here in New York City by Black and Brown trans women. So, let them eat cake, you say? Oh yes, we will eat our cake. Tres Leches Cake. But first,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now my hands are squeaky clean. Won't you come and cook with me?
here's our list of ingredients. All-purpose flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, vegetable oil, heavy cream, cream of tartar, optional, Mexican vanilla, evaporated milk, sweet condensed milk, and 4 eggs. So you're gonna do this in 3 parts. First, you're gonna prepare your dry ingredients, then your wet ingredients, and then you're going to prepare your egg whites. So let's start now. So we're gonna take 1 cup of flour. So then we're gonna add 6 tablespoons of sugar. And then we're gonna take our baking powder right here, and we're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons. And then a little pinch of salt. Just mix that all together. And that's it for that. Then you're going to take your 4 eggs and you're going to separate the egg whites from the egg yolk. Oh my god, I'm nervous doing this in front of you. So much pressure. Okay, we're going to put your egg whites to the side and we're going to add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, a teaspoon of Mexican vanilla. If you don't have Mexican vanilla, you could just use regular, but Mexican is preferred because it's lighter and more floral. And then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of water. And then we'll whisk all of that. Vanilla smells so good. There we go. Put that to the side and bring back your egg whites. Also have your sugar handy and your tablespoon. Take a little bit of cream of tartar. And this is optional. This is just to stabilize your egg whites so that they make like nice peaks. But if you don't have it, you don't have to run to the store. Remember, we're still in a pandemic. So just like a pinch. You don't need a lot. And then you're going to beat your eggs with a mixer until you get soft peaks. Okay, this is a good time to start adding your sugar. So what you're gonna do is basically just add sugar 1 by 1. You're gonna add 6 tablespoons of sugar. Flip your bowl over like this. If the eggs do not spill over, then your eggs are ready. So now you're gonna take your 3 bowls, right? You're gonna have your egg yolk, your egg whites, and then your dry ingredients, the flour mixture. And you're going to slowly fold everything into the egg yolk. So you're gonna do this in like parts of 3. So we're gonna do a little bit of flour, mix it in, And then we're gonna do a little bit of the egg mixture. And you're just gonna gently fold it. Again, a little bit more flour. We're just folding it in. So we wanna mix it like in well, but we also don't want it to be super smooth, because what we're trying to do is make a sponge cake, basically, right? We want a cake that is really, really airy, so that when we soak it, it actually keeps some of that liquid. This batter is delicious. So you should preheat your oven to 350. Once your oven is heating, you can start prepping your baking dish. And so I have two dishes here. I have a smaller one and a bigger one. I'm gonna actually bake the cake in the smaller one. And I'll show you why later. But just look at this concept, right? The smaller one fits into the bigger one perfectly. And I'm going to butter this baking dish, or you could use a spray, or you know, there's so many ways, right? We'll let that settle, and then we'll put it into our oven for 20 minutes. There we go. So then you're gonna take a metal bowl if you have one, and then either your whisk or your beaters, whatever you're gonna use to make the whipped cream, you're gonna put those in the freezer. So while your cake is cooling off, we're going to make the actual 3 milk combination, the Tres Leches. Oh my God! I'm being attacked by 2 wild animals. Oh my God. They think this is their cat food. 1 can evaporated milk. We do another can sweet condensed milk. Yeah, crazy guys, I know. Get a spatula. And then the 3rd milk could be whole milk. It could be half and half. I'm gonna be using heavy cream because I want my Tres Leches to be really luxurious. Whisk. Now for the 3rd milk, you could also use, like if you wanted to do coffee, if you wanted to do like a café Tres Leches, you could use like some espresso. You could use a liqueur, like a Grand Marnier, or you could do like an aged rum. I mean, you could really like do anything you want with it. A coconut milk, I've done that before because Marcelino loves coconut. Now I'm also gonna add a little, like about 1 teaspoon of the Mexican vanilla. A little pinch of salt. Delicious. First of all, we have to remove the cake from the pan. Now that it's cooled down, we're going to cover it with the flat surface like so. Flip it over quickly. Then we buttered it real nice so it came out really easy. Now we're gonna take the bigger dish, we're gonna put it on top. Gonna quickly flip this over again. Basically what I did was just transfer the cake into the bigger dish. You're gonna take a fork and you're just going to make little holes all over your cake. Then you're going to pour over your liquid. Do you see why I put this in the bigger dish now? Because I want it to collect on the sides as well. So now this is completely soaked in the Tres Leches. I'm gonna cover this and put it back in the refrigerator while I make the whipped cream. All right, so to make the whipped cream, we're gonna take our cold bowl and our cold whisk. I'm gonna put it back into the mixer here. I'm gonna take another cup of heavy cream when I have my sugar ready. in here. And I'm going to whisk it, slowly adding the sugar. The sugar amount is to your liking. Looks ready. Now if you take a good look, I don't know how much you can see. I took the cake out of the fridge to frost it, and most of the liquid has been absorbed into the cake. Now I'm not a cake decorator, so it's not going to be as pretty as like some other cakes that I've seen, but it's going to taste delicious. And I have some berries in my fridge, so I'm going to decorate it with some berries. Okay guys, so this is the final product. I don't have like a proper lid or anything for this, so what I'm gonna do is put toothpicks. I'm gonna take my saran wrap and I'm just gonna lightly cover it. Now we're gonna put this back in the fridge to soak overnight. Chi-Chi! So thank you so much for watching this episode of Cynthia's Pandemic Kitchen. This week was really rough for me, you know. I was very sad. I was feeling hopeless. But what helped me get out of that funk was by joining a protest. I'm not an activist or a protester, but I saw the protesters come down my street and I was so overwhelmed with emotion that I decided to go out and clap for them. And then I started to cheer with them or chant with them, and then I ended up walking with them in my neighborhood for about an hour and a half, and it was really, really positive. It was so beautiful to see so many people of different ages, ethnicities, genders coming together for a common cause. So, you know, if you're so inclined, please go out and protest. It's not as negative as the media makes it look. Also, if that's not something that you want to do, you can get involved by donating to Black Lives Matter, to organizations that provide legal aid, or to organizations that provide bail services for protesters. All right, so if you like this channel, please like and subscribe, and please send me your comments and questions. All right, everybody, que viva la revolución.